Hello there, people of the grid. Happy Tuesday evening. It's just another week under quarantine. You know how it is. I thought I'd give you guys an update on something that I use a lot. One of my primary computing tools, my iPadPRO. I've got a MacBook Pro. I use that once in a while, but this is my go-to machine, my go-to computer. This is the device that I pretty much do everything on. I work on this all day long. I send emails on this. I read stuff online with this. I read books on this. We watch Netflix on this. This is our TV in bed. I play games on this. I research on this. I set up presentations on this. I do spreadsheets. Everything that you would do on a computer, I do on this. In fact, I also edit video on this guy. So all of my videos on my YouTube channel, Mick TV, all are now coming from and have been coming from this iPad Pro and the one before it pretty much. But really I went kind of full time when I bought this back in November of 2018. So we're coming up on the 1.6 year mark with this bad boy. The reason I wanted to chat about it is Apple recently announced a couple of new devices. There's a new Apple TV, so they did a refresh there. There's a new MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, so they did a refresh there. And they also refreshed this iPad Pro, so now there is a 2020 iPad Pro that has the camera bumps just like the new iPhone. So it doesn't have the telephoto, but it's got a new camera. It's got a LiDAR, which is a light thing that can sense stuff in a room. So this is my main device. Like I said, I use it for everything. The other thing that we use this for is for any shared documents that we work on. So for example, when we're driving the Teslas, I make Tammy go through this spreadsheet rigmarole. Let me show you. So for example, this is my spreadsheet. Tammy's got one that she uses to track her car in. We basically track how much kilowatt hours go in, how many kilometers that was that it added as far as range, and then what the starting odometer was for rated range. Then we do the drive and we record how much kilowatt hours were used, and we just track all of that. It just gives me a good idea of how much we get for the power that we put in the cars. These spreadsheets are shared, and you can pretty much share anything. So basically, if you go there's a little button up here, a little person button. You can actually add people. I should actually record this. I'll do that another time as a tutorial, but you can kind of add people and you can share it. Now, Tammy mentioned that there's a few of you that were asking, how do we do that with our notes? Same idea. If you go into notes, so here's an example in Notes, which is a great app. I take notes here for work. I take notes for home. You can build a to-do list. In fact, that's what Tammy has done. So she's got one that's called Shopping List. Shopping List there, that one down there. And what she's got is she's sharing it with me and with a couple of people that we know. So Patricia and Bailey. So inside of Shopping List there, I went and did shopping the other day, and then I just checked them off. And not only can Tammy see what I found and bought, but so can Patricia and Bailey. And it's the same idea where you hit the share button, the box with an arrow coming out of it. That's a share button, and that will send an email to someone, and then you can choose to let them edit. You can choose to let them just view, and you can choose who gets to see it as well. This just in from, do you want to come? Basically, the share button is if you want to send it to someone. If you want to send a PDF or you want to send it as a Word document. But if you want to add people, you click the little people.
Yeah, you click the people button.
You click the people button, and that's where you can actually go in and add different people. Add the people to the list. So I wonder if I can. I can't.
I gave you share access. I gave you edit access. So I'm sure you can add more people.
I don't think I can.
Oh no, you can't.
Because you created it.
Look, see, I can add people.
Right, because you're the owner. So you're the original owner of the note. So you create it. We can all edit that document, but we can't share it with others. That's your role. So it's a great tool, especially for something like this, where you have a shared list. You can use it in your family. We do that as well. So it works really well.
And the nice thing is there's a lot of stuff we can't find in various stores. So if somebody can't find something, toilet paper, then you put it there, and when I'm at the store, I'll check for the things that my friends are looking for too. It makes it a lot easier. And if you're shopping for an older person...
So you do leave the house.
So yeah, when you're shopping for other people, it's good.
Shopping, or you want to share something, a to-do list or an info list, whatever. Nice, easy way to do that. And it works really well. Runs through Apple's cloud, iCloud. It works really well if you're in the Apple ecosystem. So that's it. Tammy made chicken tetrazzini for dinner tonight. It was like Gordon Ramsay would have been proud.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was good. So what else? iPad Pro. You've got the 2017 iPad Pro.
I don't have the new hotness.
She does not. I don't have the new hotness either.
Actually, Mike's is very cool.
Now,
Ethan and I had the same one. That's the one Ethan.
Here's where I was going with the whole iPad Pro thing.
Are you done?
The new, yes, thank you.
Nice seeing you guys.
The Apple Pencil on the new iPad Pros. It sticks. It's magnets. Don't know how they work. It's amazing. It's science. The magnet's really nice. The other thing that is magnetic is the actual case itself. Now the case that I got the keyboard case. Look at that, after a year and a half. My key letters, I have to paint them on with white ink. Anyways, there's the contact points that attach to the bottom of the iPad. That's all it takes. There's no batteries required for the keyboard, no charging required, and it protects it really nicely on both sides. It makes it thicker, but that's okay. It's ridiculously thin to begin with, like outside of the, look at that. It is actually thinner than the Apple Pencil. So what I wanted to share with you is there has been an update, and you might be wondering, should I get one? And so here's the way I break it down. There's those that already have an iPad Pro from 2017 like Tammy, or 2018 like me. And then there's those that haven't gotten an iPad Pro yet, but think they might need one. If you're in that second category, I think it makes total sense to bite off on the new one. If you're in the category that I'm in, where you've got last year's model or the 2018 model, do you really need to upgrade? I don't think so. I mean, I would like to upgrade because I like having the latest and greatest. I'll probably sit on the fence for this one because this guy is performing so well for me. It's doing extremely well. When I bought this, I bought the 1 terabyte version, and I've got cloud storage of 2 extra terabytes up there. I have tons of space. Space is not an issue for me, and I like it that way. And it's fast. It's like, it is so lightning fast. It's fast at editing 4K video. The videos that I do here, it just does so well. Any size spreadsheet just munches through it like it's nothing. So the new hotness that was also introduced with this is Apple introduced a new keyboard that basically has it's got a kind of a gear bar in there with power. So you plug your power into the middle, and then it can actually hover your monitor, kind of your screen, your iPad, like that. So you can put it in any orientation you like, and it just sort of hovers magically using Apple Magic. That's what everybody's excited about, the new keyboard. The other thing that new keyboard comes with is it actually has a trackpad. So if you're into, could this be my computer? I don't know. Some people, I think they got it in their head that it has to have a trackpad if it's going to replace a computer. I think Apple just said, fine, we'll put a trackpad on it. Now replace your computer. I like the idea of driving the screen and touching the screen. In fact, when I go to work or I use other people's computers, I find myself always going to touch the screen. And when I can't flick up to scroll, I get really angry because I'm like, I got to use the mouse, or I got to use the arrow. The iPad paradigm of interacting with everything, I just like. I think it's really well executed. It's well done. This is going to be my go-to device for the foreseeable future. When I travel now, which probably won't be for a while, but when I do travel, this is all I need to bring. That's it. This and, my power gear, and that's all. I don't need a laptop. So there you go. If you're thinking about an iPad Pro, get one. You won't regret it. It'll last you many, many years. I am now a year and a half into this one. I could see myself running it easily for another year, year and a half, getting 3 years, 4 years out of it total. That's pretty decent. We have a hand-me-down program here in our family, so when I do decide to upgrade, we just sort of bump all of our devices down through the kids. That way they have something that's, you know, within the last 8 years, usually 7 years. Works for us. So there you go. Mike says thumbs up on the iPad Pro if you're into the Apple ecosystem. If you're not, get yourself a, you know, pretending to be thin laptop from the PC side. No, those are actually some pretty decent laptops over there too, but I just like this form factor. If I was to get a PC that ran, or a PC, I would go Microsoft Surface. I really like what they've done. It's very similar to this, and I like that a lot. So I actually have Microsoft Surface Envy. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. We're continuing on. School's happening here. The kids are interacting with their teachers over the interwebs, and I'm doing work over the interwebs, which I've done all along, so nothing new there. Just a couple of new protocols, like stay 6 feet apart, you know, wash your hands all the time after you touch things. Don't touch your face, stay clean, all of that stuff. Cammie's mom and dad still in quarantine. They got, 12 days to go or something like that, but so far so good. Have a good night, interwebs. We'll catch you tomorrow, where I will be telling you about this bad boy. Mike, are out.